Hello, everybody. This is Jerome Patrick, and this is my startup journey. I believe this is my fourth video. It's been a very um, interesting 10 days, a couple of days. I'm kind of behind with this post, and the reason I'm kind of behind with this post is that I recently had a health scare where I had a blood clot, and this is the second blood clot I'd had the past year. And crazy thing is that they seem to cannot locate why, as far as like a disease or something I have going on, to diagnose why I'm receiving these blood clots. The only thing that I can come up with in both of these scenarios is that when I got the first one around this time last year was that I was on a plane for a long period of time, and when I landed where I got to, I was there less than 24 hours, and then I was back on another flight heading back to where I call home. And that seemed the reason why I got it. But this most recent one seems to the only behavior that was kind of similar is that I recently been doing a lot of Uber driving to get into studying Facebook ads. So I was utilizing that money to do Facebook ads or learn about Facebook ads, learn how to run good promotions, things like that. And I've been spending long periods of time on the road doing Uber and things like that. And I believe that compound my situation where obviously if I'm sitting in a seat in long term, and I believe that's why I got this particular blood clot. But I guess we'll see once I get to speak to my doctor. But that was probably the craziest thing that happened to me these last couple of days. I'm just like a second time. And on the great notes, I'm here, still breathing, and all that good jazz. And had the opportunity to cut two new podcasts for our podcast that we call the B Podcast. That is a platform where we try to inspire people to be their best self, providing them entrepreneurship tips, life guidance, things like that. I'm very excited about the podcast, even though we're only in episode 3, but I feel like there's some, I don't know, it just seems great to hear other people's stories and understand where they were and how they got to where they want to be and how they're striving to keep moving forward. So I find great excitement and joy getting an opportunity to speak with some current entrepreneurs that are successful or people that are on the come up, or they just want to be heard and get this story out there. I see this is a great opportunity to do that. On my startup front, kind of at a weird spot right now with my project. And I think this happens with a lot of creators where we always have these great ideas, but we don't sometimes go ahead and make the choice on which one is going to get us to the right place. And of recent, I've been listening to Seth Godin, and he did a podcast set for a group of kids, or I should say a group of startups, and the event was called a Startup School Podcast. You can look it up on iTunes or Spotify or any major platform. And basically what I got from this particular episode is that it's better to make a decision on one and not to make a decision at all. So I find myself now being that fundraising for this this service that I was seeking to provide to help prevent package theft is not tangible at this time, but I'm starting to enjoy doing this podcast and being around other entrepreneurs. So I think where my heart lays right now is that I'm thinking about getting into this podcast and seeing how can I be a great service to other businesses. So we'll see how it goes. And I'll just ended at this time, and Thank you guys who are tuning in. I appreciate your time. And if you got any tips or thoughts or questions, feel free to shoot them in the comment box. I'll definitely hit you back. You guys have a great day. You have a great holiday, and I wish you guys the best.